how we got into our blogging, because since we're both food bloggers, so we're going to start discussing that. But before we start, let me leave you with the number to text or WhatsApp on 077 488 55055. Please text in if you have any questions for us, or just to have a general chat. Let us know how you're doing today.
Before we continue, inshallah, I'd like to talk to you about our fundraiser. So every year I always pledge to raise money for a charity. This year I teamed up with Arifa, and together we decided to raise money for the charity Lonely Orphans. The focus of their campaign is to provide programs in key areas like water, food, shelter, medicine, etc. So alhamdulillah, we set a pledge for £2,000, and we have, within under a week, we managed to reach that target. But we're not going to stop there. We've decided that we want to carry on, inshallah, and hopefully, if we can, hopefully double the target. And just please bear in mind that we do accept, the pledge accepts zakat, sadaqah and lillah, and if you are giving, please state if you're giving zakat. The donation link is on our bio on Instagram. So if you look at on our Instagram accounts, on our bios, you'll be able to find the link, inshallah.
Yes, subhanallah, we raised so much. Thank you for all those that donated, and may Allah accept it from all of us.
Yeah, definitely.
So another thing before one more thing we want to mention is me and Afsha have just put up our Eid giveaway. So I've teamed up with Afsha and Sunnah gifting box. Make sure you enter. When you enter, please go to Made by Afsha's page and enter on her page under the giveaway post, not on mine. We're going to be having two winners. One will get the Sunnah gift box, and one is going to get a mixed treat box from me. The closing date is on Saturday, so get tagging, get commenting, and you don't want to miss out. Afsha, what's in the Sunnah gifting box?
So the Sunnah box will have all products mentioned in the Sunnah. So for example, Zamzam, Ajwa, Atar, the Siwak, we've got the vinegar, and a beard comb, and what was the other item?
Well, wow, that does sound nice. I wouldn't mind winning that.
It's really good. Actually, we've got pictures up on the actual post, so you can have a look, inshallah.
It's good because I would like to win that myself, or even just to give it as a gift, isn't it?
It's a really good gift idea. It's a gift of reviving a sunnah, basically.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to buy it, if you go to Sunnah Gifting, you can buy it for your family and friends from there as well.
So Arifa, and your part of the giveaway is your bakes. So what's going to be inside the box?
Yes, so in my bakes, I'm going to have my biscuits. I'm trying to add as much stuff as I can. So whatever I'm going to bake for my Eid. Cupcakes, maybe some brownies, some special chora puri that I make.
Nice surprises in there, yeah?
Yes, it's going to be a mixed, whoever's going to get it will definitely enjoy it.
Okay, fantastic. So make sure you do... join the giveaway, and good luck, everyone.
Yes. So today, like we said, we're going to talk about our blogging. So let's get into that then. Afsha, do you want to start?
Okay, inshallah. For me, my Instagram page was initially for fun. It was actually a private account, which I created when I had my daughter about 5 years ago. And it was just, I would just share fancy pictures of food. I got a habit of decorating my food and displaying it. And so I would just share pictures. And it started off when people started asking for recipes.
Yeah.
So it kind of like stemmed from that. And
so you've been doing it for quite long, haven't you?
Yeah, I think I'd say it's been more active in the last 2 years, so not too long. But obviously I made it into a public account, I think about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Because initially, we were doing events, but obviously because of COVID, it kind of like, I think it's become more Instagram based now. Yeah. So alhamdulillah, it's good. It's something I started, and then I got encouraged because a lot of people would message me and say, "Oh sister, I've just come out of university and I've got married. I don't know how to cook. I don't know what to put on, different variations. It's getting bored of the same food." So it's just something that they found really helpful, and that in itself was so encouraging for me.
I think it
motivation.
motivates you. Yeah, it motivates you. People putting messaging the way it just encourages you to share more.
And what it is, the truth is, myself came out of law school. I didn't actually know how to cook myself. I was married, and I would have a habit of writing things down, but learning from my mum was a bit difficult because my mum doesn't do recipes. It was just
I think most of our mothers, because my mom was like that. They just like dash this and dash that.
Yeah, so it's very hard.
Like comes out so good.
And I was very like, I need to have a list so I know I could do it. I love lists. I don't know. You see, I always have a list with me in the studio.
I think a lot of people do prefer recipes like that, isn't it? With the proper instructions, step to step, then they can make it properly.
And I think that's what I realized. I realized that when I was initially sharing recipes, I would just like put in this. And to be honest, the main thing is it's not difficult to cook, and that's the whole idea.
I wish I could say that. I don't like cooking.
Anyone can do it, trust me. Follow the recipes. I have nice tips as well on there, so inshallah. Yeah. So Arifa, what about your page? How did you get into Leicester Food Fanatic?
So we tend to eat out a lot, especially weekends, and Leicester's got so many places to go eat out. So I thought, okay then, let me start reviewing some of the places. So that's how mine started. But with time, it just got more into, I used to put pictures of my food as well. Like, you know how you said you like to make it look pretty and put it up. So I started doing that, and people asking, oh, can I have the recipe? Can I have the recipe? So I thought, oh, wait, I might as well share it. So I started doing recipe posts, and I realized that people love that. People really enjoy the recipes and the duas they give. And when you see them making it, it just makes your day.
Yeah,
when
definitely.
they message you saying, oh, it came out amazing and the whole family loved it.
Yeah, so make sure, guys, send in whenever you do use the recipe, share your recreation with us. And, it helps us, motivate us.
It does, yeah. But mine is more, like yours is more cooking. I'm not a cooking person. So for me, it's baking. I love to bake desserts, biscuits, cakes. I find cooking, I think, like a chore. I do it. I do it every day for the family. But it's just not me. It's just not in me.
But if don't get me wrong, I know there's Instagram and there's reality.
Yeah.
There are days when I can't be asked to cook as well, and I sticking some fish fingers in the oven for the kids. So it's it's not always as decorative as it looks on Instagram.
So Afsha, when you don't want to cook, does Joseph cook for you then?
Do you know what? Actually, he has, and then since COVID, my husband has. He makes amazing sandwiches and omelets. So,
but we haven't seen any videos.
He's my sous chef. Yes, he has.
we need some videos of him cooking now, isn't it? On your page.
The only thing is, he's camera shy. Yeah.
No, that's not an excuse. We need to see this now.
I think best you'll get is his hands, maybe.
Not him, isn't it? So yeah, alhamdulillah, our blog, from where I started, what I thought it would be, I just thought it would be for fun, and where I've come now, it's amazing. I'm really impressed with how far we've done. Yeah. And with me, people asking me that, will you take orders? A lot of people used to ask me, do you take orders? So I've started doing that now. Just a few things, small scale. Either once a week, I put it up and I do it, not all the time. Yeah.
I've actually tried your bakes. The cream, I think it's the Kinder Bueno cream. Kinder Bueno cream buns,
yeah. They are really good.
You have to try it, guys. Okay, moving on, inshallah. Today we will be speaking to brother Yunus from Hajat Reviews. He's actually with us here today via Zoom. Let's just
see if he's on the line.
Yeah, brother.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
How you guys doing?
Alhamdulillah, we are good. How are you today?
I'm not too bad. I wasn't prepared for this, but hey, here we are.
Oh, don't worry.
Do you know what? From experience, I think me and Arifa can say that unprepared is actually better.
Yeah, and I think we know how it feels, because I think that's how nervous we were on the first day. We couldn't.
Let me sleep on it and then see what happens in the morning.
No. So thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
You're welcome. Jazakallah for the invite.
Yes, you can introduce yourself.
So my name is Yunus, also known as Hajat's Reviews. I am a single father of 2 boys. Born and bred in Leicester.
Yes.
And currently working at a food industry, funny enough.
Oh, wow. That's good, isn't it?
So,
You do food reviews.
so your daytime job's food related as well then, yeah?
So yeah, food is surrounded. Food is my life right now.
Yeah, we can tell by your page. So tell us more about your page, inshallah.
So in 2018, I started my page. And this was literally the one day before Eid even.
Okay.
So yeah, and then I just took it from there. It all started when I was standing outside Zucchero's, who had just opened on Melbourne Road.
Yeah.
Started talking to the owner, and then we started, somehow we got to the topic of talking about customer service. And then, I just took it from there, literally, because customer service for me was, obviously it's high importance.
It is. I think, especially with the restaurant takeaway, the customer service is rubbish or is not good. It does put you off.
Yeah, for customers who want to come back.
Yeah.
Customer service is crucial, definitely.
Yeah, so he gave me an idea. Why don't you just open up a page and start reviewing places? And so I just took it from there. I had a contact. We did my logo within 5 minutes.
Okay.
That same night before Eid, and then I just took it from there.
I think mashallah, you have grown a lot because your reviews, from the beginning and now. The detail you put into it, the effort you put into it, it's quite a lot. And I think sometimes that effort gets unrecognized, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it was something I never thought I could ever do. But alhamdulillah, Allah has opened up the doors for me. And,
so any disadvantages of this review, to be a food blogger, food reviewer, what would you say are the disadvantages?
The advantages?
Disadvantages.
Disadvantages, you will get people, when you review places, you will get people not appreciating the post or not taking the feedback on board, taking it badly, that can be the disadvantage.
And maybe with all the goodies, overeating. Too many goodies and putting on the weight, the calories.
Overeating, yeah. So it's all in the mind. Like alhamdulillah, I have a really good balance diet. So the walking helps.
Yeah.
I have a question that I find myself. Obviously me and Arifa, we were discussing this, how we also review products. So 100% our reviews are always honest. But how do you, if you wanted to share a negative comment, for example, how do you go about doing that? Would you put it on Instagram, or would you speak to, how do you go about negative feedback? Right.
So when it comes to negative, I don't normally put negative. It's more of a constructive.
Sorry, brother Yunus.
Constructive criticism more than a negative feedback. Something just like I just throw suggestions just to help them grow. If negative, if it's good, then it's for me just to put it, give them the feedback directly rather than publicly.
Yeah, I agree with you because recently,
just out of respect, you don't want to put the business down. You want to help them grow.
Yeah, because I don't know if you remember, Yunus, just recently when I had somebody who commented under all of my posts saying, oh, your reviews are not honest and why can't you give constructive criticism and quite a lot of things like that. And I did message them back saying that I do give it, but I just give it privately because I don't want my opinion to affect somebody's business, because something that I totally not like, you might like it.
And also it's to it depends on your palate, because something exactly,
that's what I mean.
I might like something and you might not. But how I go about it, I think for me it's I'll obviously give lots of positive feedback where it's needed, and then where I feel that there is, I maybe say less, kind of like.
Yeah, that's what I do, because if I've been given a few things, then if I don't really didn't really like the food that much, or I might not mention it that much, I might put more effort in the presentation, the packaging, because with home businesses they put so much effort in the presentation and packaging, and a lot of people don't notice it. A lot of people just think,
we really need to appreciate the effort that they put into it. It's not easy working from home.
Yeah, definitely. For home businesses it is really hard, Because
they may not have all the facilities that they need, you know, and equipment.
Yeah, because like
So
we
they have
being
to
home,
improvise, don't they,
we being
sometimes?
home businesses, we know how it is. It's not always that easy. And doing it from home, you have so many other things like with kids, family, house, you know,
It's a
housework.
lot of unpaid time that we don't take into account with small businesses. I
Yeah.
think, and that's really important. So we should appreciate that.
Yeah, because then a lot of people will
Absolutely.
nag with prices saying, oh, can you do it a bit cheaper? Or, oh, it's so expensive. But they
need to understand the effort and the love that they put into doing it, like the baking or the cooking.
Just think to our listeners, if you have any questions for Yunus Hajat here from Hajat Reviews, please do text us on 077 488 55055.
And brother, I had another question. So you know this reviewing and stuff, I believe it takes a good chunk of your time, because I know myself, my posts take a lot of time. How do you go about managing this time with work commitments, family commitments?
For me, it's most of my, you may have noticed that most of my reviews go up after 8
in the evening
p.m. in the evening, or sometimes even after midnight, because that's when my light bulb switches on at night time more rather than daytime. But I have done reviews in the daytime as well. Sometimes I can do it on the spot, but sometimes it may take a day just to think over everything. And so there's a lot of thought that goes into doing a blog or a review.
Yeah, I think it does. You do need to put that thinking cap on before you start writing, isn't it?
Yeah. But sometimes, you know what, it's funny how the brain works, how the mind works. Is sometimes you can just write a review on the spot, which I have done in the past.
Yeah.
I find that I have to do it straight away, otherwise
That's the thing. I think with me as well, most of the things I try and do it on the day, because if I let it go
fresh,
and then
it's still got that taste in your palate.
the taste still there, because otherwise it just you kind of forget about it and you don't know what to say then.
But alhamdulillah, like with me, I think I've got my kind of memory is something else. So I can still remember the texture, the taste, everything by memory.
And what about, do you cook or have you tried baking or anything?
I've not tried baking. I like to dab here and there. The last time I did a post, when I first started, I ended up making a lasagna.
Ooh,
which so much barakah in it, it served 10 people.
Oh, wow.
My intention was only to make it for 4 people.
Yeah.
So alhamdulillah, everyone got to try it. And I think it's on my highlights. I think I put it up as home cooking.
Okay.
We have a challenge for you.
So there is a lasagna on there. You may see a bit of burnt on top, but it's crispy.
It's crispy.
So we have a challenge for you, brother. We're hoping you can try one of our recipes,
and
inshallah.
It served 10 people. Inshallah, one day, when I have my own place, I definitely want to do more of my own and showcase my own cooking, because I've always had the passion. But it's just the time. The time hasn't come yet.
You need to try one baking recipe from my page and one cooking recipe from Afsha's. Let us know how you get on then.
Definitely, and I will definitely credit you guys for it once I've done it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that's a good idea. And where do you think that, with your page, where do you want to get to? What do you think it's going to be for you in the future with this?
In the future, I think some already know that I've already created a YouTube page. It's just building up that confidence in talking and showing my face and everything. So, inshallah, near future is active, but is not as active as I
That sounds really good, actually, because I can relate to that. I myself have always...
It's all about the confidence for me. Just put my face out there. Even just now, doing an Instagram live and doing this, 2 completely different things.
I think it comes with time. Time, because I was like that as well. Now I'm a little bit more confident. Still not there 100%, but a bit better.
Yeah, because I remember, Arifa, when I first got to know you and I asked you to join my live, I think the confidence
Yes, I
Wasn't
remember. I was like,
there.
I'll talk, but I won't put my camera on. I'm not going to do a live.
Yeah, but, I mean, look at you now. Alhamdulillah,
Oh,
like,
mashallah, yeah, she has really.
Yes,
mashallah, you're
alhamdulillah.
smashing it right now.
I think with time, yeah, it's with time and experience that it comes, the blogging and the confidence and the live
it does take time.
videos.
It does take time, definitely.
So, any tips for our listeners if they want to go into the reviewing, and what would you like to say?
Those who need to go into blogging, reviewing, just go for it. If you have the passion for food, if you have a good palate, then it's definitely worth going for. It's a very interesting role to be in. There's perks as well with it, that comes with reviewing and blogging, as you guys already know. But just go for it. Just you never know until you try it.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
And kind of like spirals. It starts off like you start off and it move on. It's very easy to move on to.
My very first post, I just wrote one word, nice. That's it. There was no detailed review.
Wow.
Yeah, and now your posts are very, very detailed. I like that. I really like it because I do look at your reviews when I'm going somewhere out to it. I'm like, wait. I think Hajat Reviews got a review, and I'll go for it. So just a minute, Yunus. We've just got a message. It's actually for me. So I would highly recommend purchasing this product. I think she's talking about the Sunnah gift box.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, so I received a gift from my daughter Arifa. I absolutely love the Sunnah gift from her. Her message was, I love you, Mom. Thank you for everything. The gift is a very good idea. So I gifted the Sunnah gift box to my mom. And so she's saying that there you go. Definitely, she loved it. So, guys, if you want to get the Sunnah boxing, it's on Sunnah Gifting, isn't it? Yes, on Instagram.
Okay, another question there. Okay, this one's for Brother Yunus, I think. How do you keep it real online and show your true personality? Is it possible to show your true personality online? Do you feel the pressure to filter yourself to come across as perfect? It's a good question.
There is no such thing as perfect. You just got to be yourself, and that's how I am. I am 100%. Just myself. I always like to be myself, rather than put on an act or, just be myself, really.
Yeah, I think. There's another one on the top of your mind. What is the best product you've ever reviewed?
The best product I've ever reviewed? That's a tough question. A lot of people do ask me, but it's a very difficult question.
Hajat, I'll give you an easy answer.
Go on, brother.
The Perry expert, because it's closed already, so nobody will get hurt.
Let's not go there, brother Q.
No, but do you remember all three of us?
That's when I first met you, brother.
Even me. That's the first time I met Yunus at the Perry Experts opening, the Bloggers Night.
But that's you.
Yes. So because of Akil, we all met.
Are you guys ready for your meetos?
No free publicity, please, on the radio.
So, alhamdulillah, wow, I can't believe. So, a couple of years ago, we were together, the three of us, isn't it?
Yeah.
The first time. And,
And that's how I met Afsha as well the first time. And then she introduced herself saying, "Oh, I'm following you." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
No, so we've come a long way.
We got to meet Instagrams as well. There's so many different bloggers. A lot of bloggers have gone quiet now.
Yeah,
I think a lot of them were students as well.
And then we've got a lot of new upcoming bloggers now, I think. Any advice for all the new upcoming bloggers?
We got quite a few. Shall we mention them? Shall we give them a shout out?
Yeah, go on then. Go on.
Yeah.
So we've got Lester Food Reviews, Lesta.
Yeah.
Then we've got Sultan of Taste.
Okay, yeah, Sultan of Taste, yes.
Who else do we have?
I think there's just too many because every day I come across a new person.
There's Miriam's _ reviews.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, we've just got another text, so we'll just quickly get that.
We'll have to.
Yeah, sure.
Slams ladies, I've been watching Arifa grow. Her blogging skills have improved so well during her time and also her yummy dessert. Still waiting for her to come to holiday and make some yummy desserts. Mashallah, Arifa, you have really blossomed. From your cousin in Coventry, Samira. Oh, thank you so much, Samira. Whenever I go there, all I'm doing is baking for them. soon.
Brother, we're about to go on to a break now, so we'd just
Yes.
like to say thank you so much for coming on today. We really appreciate
welcome.
it. It was good to hear your side of things.
Yes, and thank you for taking the time.
Jazakallah for the invite.
No, you're most welcome. And we wish you all the best in
You
your
too.
blogging.
Jazakallah. We need to collaborate.
Yes,
Inshallah, soon.
Okay, so
We could do a
guys,
three-way collaboration.
definitely. So we'll be going on a short break and we'll be back in the next few minutes with some exciting stuff. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, guys. Jazakallah.
I'll come back to food for thought with Afsha and Arifa. So firstly, just want to say another big thank you to Yunus Hajat, who joined us before the break. It was really good to get some perspective from another blogger.
Yeah, definitely. Male perspective on that
Male
as well,
perspective, yes. So thank you so much to Hajat Reviews for taking up the time. And so now we're going to be sharing with you some recipes, exciting recipes
we've got
actually.
some messages actually, Arifa, to go through before we begin.
Yes.
Go on, Arifa, do you want to take that one?
Salams, Afsha and Arifa. You guys are doing such a good job with the radio show. You're both naturals. A question about your blogging and your roles as influencers. Do you feel pressure to create content? What tips would you give new and upcoming bloggers for creating content, gaining momentum, and creating a platform?
Okay, for me, I'd say just be yourself. Try be unique, and sometimes being yourself is unique because not everybody is the same. So I think that is, and I agree with there is pressure to create content. And it does take a lot of time to build content as well. But we're still early days for myself, I'd say. So.
And I think, she said, the pressure to create content. I think sometimes you do feel the pressure in it because sometimes I have days where for a week or two I haven't posted anything, and then I feel like, oh no, I need to give something back to my followers.
Yeah, definitely.
So you get the pressure.
But I also find, Arifa, don't you find that when I am creating content, I actually enjoy it? So I find I'm
yes.
better
I think sometimes when I'm
at it.
Yeah, and doing it, sometimes
efficient.
we'll have like 4 or 5 posts together.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's just a bit quiet.
Yeah,
but quiet, I think, because we get busy with the kids' life and that. Yeah. We've got another message as well. Salams, Alhamdulillah, you guys are doing a great job. Been a huge fan of Leicester Food Fanatic from day one and love your recipes. I then also started following Afsha and enjoy your recipes, especially your soup recipe. It's a favorite in my house. May Allah reward you both. Ameen.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, what a lovely message. Thank you to our listener, whoever sent that in. It means a lot to us. So let's get into the recipes before we run out of time, because we've got some exciting stuff for Eid.
Yeah, so hopefully this week we thought we'll help you set your Eid menu. You don't have to, but obviously it's there for you to use, inshallah. So I'll be sharing my leg of lamb marination and method, inshallah. So, so with the leg of lamb, I buy the whole leg of lamb. A new thing that I've started now is I get the butcher to cut through the leg, so it's cut into slices, and that way I retain the shape. So when I'm washing it and putting it onto the tray, I do retain the shape of the leg. But it's just when it comes to serving, it's actually really convenient.
That's actually a quite a good idea, isn't it? So it'll marinate properly as well.
Yes, it goes through. I feel that the flavour goes through. So inshallah, so for the leg of lamb, you will need salt, pepper, fresh garlic, crushed green chilies, mayonnaise, lots of mayonnaise, tomato puree, and oil. So mix all of the above together and you brush it onto the lamb, making sure you fill it covered. Then once it's marinated, I cover this and leave it in the fridge for 48 hours. I recommend you do that, a minimum 48 hours to get the best flavour out of it. Lamb can be kept in the fridge for up to 5 days. So I think minimum 2 days to 5 days but I wouldn't go 5 days, to be fair. I think maximum 3 days. And inshallah, on the day of roasting, so hopefully Eid day, you can uncover the lamb and chop up 2 onions and peel 8 cloves of garlic and scatter them around the leg. Then make sure you cover the lamb really well with foil and bake it in the oven for 2 hours at 190 degrees centigrade. Once you put it on, don't touch it. Let it cook for 2 hours. Don't keep opening it up to check, is it burning? Is it cooking? Don't worry. Just trust me. Leave it to cook for 2 hours. And then after 2 hours, you pull it out of the oven, uncover it. Then you pour gravy of your choice. I use Bista gravy, the one that's suited for vegetarians.
Yeah.
Pour that over the whole leg, and then I uncover it and stick it back in the oven for another 15 to 20 minutes. Depending on how crispy.
Quick question for you. You know the crushed garlic and green chilies. Do you use fresh or frozen?
Fresh. I always use fresh.
Okay.
I recommend you use fresh.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I do have frozen garlic and chili in my freezer, but I recommend that's only for emergencies. I recommend you go fresh. It makes such a difference in taste.
Yeah, I think the fresh does give a good flavor, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then inshallah, once that's cooked for the last 20 minutes, it's ready to serve basically, and you can serve it with roast potatoes, vegetables, Yorkshire pudding, and I do a really nice mushroom gravy, which I won't have time to share today with you. So, but it's on my page. Don't worry, inshallah, you can catch it on there.
We've just got another message of Shah. Salams, I love the recipes Arifa shares on her Instagram. I have made the fruit cake, the paneer many times, and her plain cake. The best from Aisha Bibi. Oh, Jazakallah so much. Do try, and I do all my recipes that I do share are tried and tested. They're not just one-off recipes. Most of them are family recipes, which have been in the family for quite some time, so they've been used a lot. Yeah. So alhamdulillah.
Okay, so Arifa, that's the main meal sorted for Eid.
Yes.
So we're gonna need some dessert, right?
Yes. So here is another recipe that's been with me for, I think I've been using it for the last 10 years. It's a chocolate sponge cake, easy to make, a really, really soft and spongy it comes out. It's from my aunt in Chipata. She used to make it a lot, and I got it off her. So let's get into it. I hope you have a pen and paper ready. So firstly, what you need to do is boil half cup of water with quarter cup oil and 4 tablespoon cocoa. So it's going to get a little bit thick, but you just want to give it one boil, and then you set it aside and let it cool. Then you sift 1 full cup of flour, 1.5 teaspoon baking powder, and set that aside. Now you're going to beat 4 large eggs with 1 cup sugar and vanilla essence till thick and creamy. So it'll go double in size, and you'll be able to tell that it's gone a little bit thick when you lift the whisk out of it. So once that's done, you switch off the machine, and then you add the boiled cool cocoa mixture to the egg mixture and mix well using a wooden spoon. Now after this, you're going to add 1 to 2 tablespoons of flour, folding in gently. Folding this is the key. So when you're folding this, make sure you use a wooden spatula or the plastic one, and you do it very gently. It will take long, and I know sometimes we want to rush and just mix it, but make sure you don't make that mistake, because that is just gonna take the air out of the cake, so it won't be spongy then. Anyway, you pour it into a greased pan and bake at 180 degrees till the edges come off the sides. And once it's cooled, you can decorate it as desired. I've even got a condensed milk icing for it. But before we do that, we've got another message, so we'll just get into it. Listening in and enjoying the show. At Afsha, your recipes are so good. Tried and tested a few, and we love them, especially the butter chicken. Tried your leg of lamb recipe, Afsha. It was super easy and was delicious.
Okay,
wow,
so there you go. So you've got a feedback with that recipe. So hopefully, let us know if you do try it out.
Yes.
So Arifa, you know your cake. Is this the cake that I see on your page with all that?
Yes, it's the one with the gooey icing. So I'm going to share the icing because this is easy and saves a lot of time. So for the icing, it's a condensed milk icing that I do. You just take 2 ounces of soft butter, mix 2 to 3 tablespoons cocoa. You can just whisk it with the hand. Once it's all together, just pour in 1 tin condensed milk and mix it together, and that's done. So it's gonna be liquidy, and you
nice
just have to
cake.
Yes, and then all you have to do is pour it over the cake, and you can sprinkle some sprinkles or even some flake. And that's it. My family love this.
So Arifa, let's make a deal. When I make leg of lamb, I want to make sure I send you some. And when you make this cake, you're going to send me some.
Inshallah, I'm going to be
yes, let's not forget Brother Akil. Yes, we have to send it to Brother
I've already told Brother Akil that I'm bringing a box of my Eid goodies for him for Eid, inshallah. And it might have this cake. So I do make this cake for Eid. The only thing is we cut it on Eid day. But yes, I think this cake, do try it out. If you do try it, please do tag me on Instagram and Afsha as well, because I love to see your creations.
There's another message there. I'm not at work today and excited to listen to you guys live. You guys are doing an amazing job, mashallah. Thank you. I'd just like to say thank you for all those who message in, because I think it really helps with encouraging us and with our confidence as well. So definitely, thanks a lot. The line to text is 0774 8855 055. And today, it's you can ask us anything. So go for it, guys. This is the opportunity to ask us anything. And we'll take it from there, inshallah.
Next up, we're going to be talking about Eid preps. Well, there's only, how long? 1 week, isn't it?
Yeah, not
to
long
Eid.
left now.
Yeah, not long left now. And last 10 days, Ramadan's just flown by.
I know, it's just, subhanAllah, it's gone too fast. And it's kind of, I kind of get upset at this stage, you know, thinking it's gone too fast. Have I made use of the month?
Yes.
In terms of Eid prep, I'm going to be honest, Arifa, I always say to myself, I'm going to do it before Ramadan. I haven't done anything. I've bought a few decorations, but in terms of gifting, I haven't done anything at all.
Well, I have to say, those that buy the gifts before Eid and do most of the preps, hands up to you, man.
Yeah, definitely. I think next year, inshallah, that's the...
I say the same thing, but I've done a few gifts. I've still got, I think, to go tomorrow for the kids shopping. Lucky my kids are little, so it's just toys. But yeah, I haven't done it, and I do feel like I wish I did. I've done a few things. I've got my decoration sorted. I'm going to be starting my baking. My biscuits and that are done, but obviously the cakes and that will have to be last minute.
I'm going to be buying my treats this year, Arifa.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest. I do plan to do some baking with my daughter, because I bought the cutters, the Eid
cutters.
So
yes.
she's excited to do that. So I will be doing that. So hopefully you can share a recipe with me with that.
Yes.
And then inshallah. But in terms of Eid prep, I think the only thing I have organised, is just my decorations, I think.
Afsha, you need to get
I need to get a move on.
Yeah.
So what do you do for Eid, Arifa?
Eid is usually just at home. We actually order in biryani. We don't cook. Which I know a lot of people do, but I just feel like if you end up cooking, you spend most of the time in the kitchen. So we just order in biryani, and for lunch it's just us lot. In the evening, my sister-in-law and her family comes down. They come down in the afternoon, we do presents. I do make Eid very special for my kids. I have the decorations, I do Mendi for my daughter, I like the new clothes, loads of presents, not just one, a couple of presents actually, because I don't do birthdays. And I know with our kids going to school and that, they see the other faiths celebrating whether it's Christmas or Diwali and that, so it's just to encourage them that we know this is our celebration.
Yeah, 100%. No, I agree. I think
so
it's worth all out, making a really good effort with the kids. Something we started as a family was going for Eid Salah.
Okay.
I found that was a great start to the day. The atmosphere of walking up, when everyone's chanting and walking up to the Eid garden, it was amazing, that feeling. And then after, they usually have some family activities and stuff to do, which is really good. So I recommend, obviously with COVID, that's been put on hold. But inshallah.
So we've got somebody asking, can you give the cake recipe again, please? Jazakallah. So I'm going to forward it to Brother Akil, inshallah, just now, before I forget about it. So he's going to put it on the, on the Facebook, under the live as well. And we'll upload it on our pages as well. So you'll find it on my page, Leicester Food Fanatic. I'm going to make sure I put it there and tag it again, so you have the recipe. We just don't have, we don't have time to say the whole recipe.
But it'll be posted up, and just send him.
Yes, I'll send it to you, Afsha, so you can just forward it over.
Yeah,
have the number. Yes.
Yeah.
So another thing, we were talking about the Eid preps. Yeah, so we go all out on Eid. And I think it's important for our kids to know that we can have our own celebration.
No, definitely. And also, something else that we do, which I find my kids love looking forward to, is the secret Eid.
Okay.
It's this app that's generated, and we so normally with my side of the family, we, rather than giving everyone a gift, everyone gets one person, so you can focus on one good. It saves time, and it's actually really fun. And then we guess who's given it to us. So obviously with COVID, we end up posting the gifts out to each other. But it's been a really good. We've been doing it for 2 years now, and kids look forward to it every time. And I think it's a draw names app that we use. So it's rather than buying lots of little small gifts, you just can buy one.
That's a good idea, actually, because it saves time and you can buy something. We've just got another text.
Salams girls, enjoy your show every week. Was going through Arifa's biscuit recipes on her Insta page. Just wanted to say Jazakallah for sharing really good tips and easy to follow methods. Also looking forward to trying the leg of lamb. That's Asma. Asma.
Thank you for your message, Asma. And we would like to see you, if you use the recipes, please do tag us on Instagram, me or Afsha, because we would love to see your creations.
So Arifa, we were saying with Eid, how do you feel Eid has changed from your childhood days?
I think it's changed a lot. As a kid, there were no presents. It was more money. We used to get Eid and ask everybody for Eid.
Yeah, 100%.
So, and me, like in Zambia, obviously we didn't have all these toy shops and that. So it was not about toys. It was just the Eid money. And I remember my brothers, as I was a little kid, because I didn't know the value of money, they would take all the big notes from me and they would leave me with the little notes, which had not much value. And I'd still think I've got more just because I have more of them, you know. So yeah, it was different. But my mom did make it special. We had new clothes. My mom used to sew, so I would have the latest design of clothes, because whatever I wanted, she would sew it for me for Eid.
Yeah.
And the food, and there it would be like the whole family would get together. So it would be a big gathering of family come down from other cities as well, you know, and everybody joining in together.
Yeah, it's nice. I think it's really good. I think that's what I really miss, the whole family getting together for Eid.
Yes.
Inshallah soon. But let's not, while we are preparing for Eid this year, let's not forget that we are in the month of Ramadan, and these are, especially these last 10 nights, it's very important that we focus on our ibadat and not get distracted too much. There's something I actually wanted to share with you guys. I came across this statement and I found it so powerful, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. And so there's a statement from Ibn al-Jawzi that is so powerful. I swear by Allah, if the people in the graves were told to wish for something, they would wish for a day in Ramadan. Subhanallah, how powerful is that? That if that's how important Ramadan is. So let's not waste that time. And
I think we should count ourselves so lucky that we've got another chance.
experiencing
Yes, another
Ramadan,
day
yeah.
in Ramadan, and make the most of it. And like you said, in this last 10 days is so important that you take out the time. I know we're all busy with Eid preparations, but just put that aside.
Yeah, don't get sidetracked.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a month of
time.
such incredible goodness and opportunity for us. So let's just make sure we focus on our ibadah. And
Even just little acts like giving money for charity. Even if you just give a pound a day in the last 10 nights, and if it is Laylatul Qadr that night, one sincere deed could count for an entire lifetime.
Yeah,
Subhanallah, such amazing reward. So just a pound, even get your kids to do it, you know, it would be really good. We've just got another message. In Zambia, remember how at each other's house to eat Eid. Arifa, they were the best days. Yes, definitely, Anisha. We used to go to each other's houses. You know, like in the morning, once we get ready, then we would go to everybody's houses, and everybody has the Eid spread. And we all join in and get to taste everybody else's goodies, delicious goodies. Wow. So time has gone by fast today.
Today the hours just whizzed past.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah, hopefully we've got loads in today as well, alhamdulillah. So inshallah we'll be back next week, Monday. I think that's going to be our last show, 10 a.m. So hopefully we'll do something a bit more about Eid, inshallah. Make sure you guys call in, tune in, and do give us a call if you can. We'd like to hear from you guys.
Yes, thank you for joining in, listening in, and to Yunus as well. And hopefully we'll see you all next week on Food for Thought with Afsha and Arifa.
So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.